What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be installing the PowerStop Z36 front brake kit on a 1999 Chevy Silverado. So what all comes in the kit? You got your two bright red brake calipers, of course, because bright red makes you stop faster. You got your drilled and slotted rotors. You got your hardware with your washers and all that good stuff. And you got your carbon fiber extreme stop ceramic. You got brake pads. They're supposed to be slightly upgraded from the factory ones to give you about 15-20% more stopping power. But you guys don't give a shit about any of this, so let's just get them on the truck. Some tools you're going to need for this install. Impact gun, brake parts and lubricant, anti-seize lubricant, PB blaster or deep creep, something like that, 1/2-inch ratchet, pair of vice grips with some kind of rubber or tape on them because you don't want to mess up your brake line. Knife for scraping off any adhesive that you need to take off or any stickers that need to be removed. 11mm, 22mm, and 18mm sockets. We got another 18 here on a torque wrench and a dead blow in case you find any stubborn bolts that don't want to come loose. Alright, so first things first, you're going to get your brake line off right here. Make sure you clamp this off with a pair of vice grips or something with a rubber backing so you don't damage your hose. But that's going to keep your brake fluid from running out of this fitting right here when you take it loose. Also make sure they're clamped up high enough that you can get to these bolts back here. One at the top up here right underneath the brake line. It's a 18, I believe. Turn your wheel all the way to the right or left, whatever side you're doing, and hit with an impact gun. It's going to be the easiest way for you to get these things brake loose. Your brake line here is going to be an 11mm. So just give it a like torque and pull that off. You shouldn't have any fluid coming out. You might lose a little bit of fluid, but it's not a big deal. As long as this line's clamped off, you shouldn't lose much. This bolt that comes out of here has a washer on here, and there's another washer on the bottom of this here. Your kit should come with new washers, new copper washers that you put one on the bottom and one on the top here when you put this back together. Just kind of tuck it up here out of the way so you can work on these back bolts. What you're looking for, you have a bolt up here, there's going to be another bolt down here. And those are what's holding your caliper on. Mine are a little loose at the moment because I went ahead and broke them free. But you can just grab an impact gun with a 18. And once you take those off, caliper, the whole assembly should slide right off with the pads. So there you go. Oh, and you might dump a little bit of brake fluid, so just be mindful of that because calipers do hold a little bit of brake fluid in them. And here's your two bolts after you take them out. Set those to the side because you will be reusing your old hardware. On some of the newer model Chevys, there is a little locking nut that's inside here that keeps these rotors from coming on and off. Kind of locks it into place. The older styles do not have any kind of locking pin or anything, so you literally just pull them right off right after you've taken the caliper off. And honestly, guys, it really is that simple. You just take the old stuff off and put the new stuff on. You'll know which side these go on based on these lines on the drilled and slotted rotors. You always want the fins to be going out towards the rear of the vehicle. That's how you know whether this is driver's side or passenger side. Also, they have a sticker on them typically that shows what they are. It leaves a little bit of residue on there. Here's a little trick. Take a little bit of PB blaster. Just a little bit. Give it a little wipe. And it takes all that residue off, leaves you with a nice clean finish. Since you don't have a locking pin to kind of keep this rotor in place, good tip, take one of your lug nuts and just run it down. Now when getting ready to put on your calipers, you want to make sure that you have these on the right side. You want your bleeder valve to always be at the top because if it's at the bottom, it's not going to help you out. It's going to cause your brakes to lock up. So make sure always top side with the bleeder valve. Oh, and you also want to touch your brand new calipers with the dirtiest hands possible because why not? All right, once you separate your calipers, you just pull this outside piece out of the inner piece. It's It's always a good idea to put a little anti-seize on these bolts too, because no one likes to seize caliper when it comes to trying to take these things off. Alright, so first you're going to want to get just your top bolt in. Don't worry about the bottom bolt right now. Lift these up, and you're going to want to attach your sliders here, like so. One side is bigger than the other. If you guys can see that, you got the big side and the little side, and these are specific to which side that they go on, so that you can't get them backwards. For the bottom one, slide it on that top bit there. Make sure it clips down good. That's taken care of. Now, again, now you can put the bottom bolt in. Put a little anti-seize on it. No one wants a stuck caliper. Slide that bolt in there. Next step, we're going to be adding the brake pads in. Before you do that though, if you got some brake parts lubricant, definitely want to use this. It's going to prevent a lot of squealing and rubbing that happens with the brake pads over time. You don't need a whole lot, just ever so slight amount. If you look, you've got two squealers on this one. You got a squealer here and a squealer down here. On the other pad, there's only one singular squealer, no squealer up top. The reason they did that is because if you try to put the doubles up top in here, they actually rub on the back side of the caliper. They hit. So you can only put the brake pad with the squealer on the bottom and the back side. It also never hurts if you want to put a little more lubricant on these to keep them from squeaking as well. You just get some on your finger there and kind of run them inside this little channel right there. You don't want any of this to get on the actual pad itself. So we just take this, get it started at the top, get it started at the bottom. Same thing with the front pad, remember. This is the one that's got the two squealers on it. It clears everything. You want to go in here, take a little bit of lubricant, just get it in these channels right here, like so. Just take this brake pad, kind of feed it in here gently. Okay, you want to take a little bit more of this lubricant here and put it on the back side of your pad as well, because it's going to be a little bit of squeaking area. You're going to take your other half of your caliper, run out this bottom bolt here. That's going to allow you to attach it at the top and still being able to open it up. Slide that in like so. Lay it on those new pads. Slide that bottom bolt in there. Make sure you're not squishing that little rubber seal down below. Run this thing in by hand. Alright, so next you're going to take your brake line, take the old hardware you had. Your new brakes come with copper washers. Make sure you put a new one on the top side of your bolt. You slide that through. And bottom side here, like so. Bring this down and screw that back in there. Make sure your surface area is clean before bolting this down, because you don't want any leaks. This is going to be an 11 millimeter. Alright, now you're ready to tie these bolts down tight. Torque spec on them is 121 foot-pounds. So just grab yourself a torque wrench and pull them down. Once everything's tightened down to the proper torque spec, go up here, pop your brake line free, take your vice grips off. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Alright, you got a 22 millimeter socket, 103 foot-pounds of torque. So there you have it. That's how you change out the brakes on a Chevy Silverado.
Almost got him on a cup check.
Yeah, make sure you bleed your brakes too. That's important.
Oh man, the people are wondering where I've been. I'll let Wesley do this. It's his truck. Make sure you bleed them brakes. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
Yep.